Welcome to Pew Class. In Pew Class, we talk about PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word. So if you're new to the channel, kindly hit the red bell subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post awesome videos, you'll be among the first to be notified. Thank you. Welcome back to Pew Class. In today's video, we're going to be looking at how to use multiple value, VLOOKUP multiple values at once. Previously, we were talking about how to use VLOOKUP for one value at one, but now I want to look at how to use VLOOKUP for multiple values at once. So we're going to look at how we can insert math, English, geography, and physics score at once instead of doing it one after the other. So to do this, all you need to do is to come over here. You click on equal sign. Once you click on equal sign, you type in VLOOKUP. Type in VLOOKUP. Watch closely what I'm going to do. Type in VLOOKUP, then click on what you want to get the scores for. These are the names we want to get the math score, English score, geography score, and so on. Once you select it, you click on what F4. Click on what F4 to lock that particular column. Click on F4 to lock that particular column, so to make it fixed. Once you've done that, it will lock it for both the column and row. Once you've done that, you type in comma. Then you select the table array. The table array is this, so we're going to move to that direction. We select the table array. Once you select the table array, you're also going to lock it up. In this case, we didn't name the table, so we're going to lock it up. We didn't even make it as a table. We didn't leave it in table format, so we need to what? Make it fixed. That is to lock it up by clicking on what? F4. So click on F4 to lock it. Once you click on F4, you put in comma. Now we're going to introduce another function called the column function. Now you have a column, returns the column number of a reference. Then we have the columns, returns the number of column in an array or reference. So we need for array, not just reference. So we use what? Columns. Click on columns. Now once you click on columns, you go to the table array. Now you need to select the first two, the name and the first subject. You don't need to pick all, the name and the first subject. Now in the name, you also need to fix that name. So once you've selected these two, just select from here to here. You select it, you go back to the to your formula. Now on your formula, the H2, which is the name, you're going to lock it up again. So you select the H2. So you just try to select the H2. Select the H2 and click on what? F4 again. So once you click on F4, that particular set is being locked up. So you close the bracket and comma. Then exact match, we need the exact match. Then you close it and hit on what? Enter. Once you've done that, you can see, so we cannot move it to the right. Good, you can see that. So we have done that, used VLOOKUP to get what? Multiple values at once. You can see that we've gotten math, English, geography for white. You can see that math is 44, 62 English, 62 English, geography 79, and so on. Physics is 43, and so on and so forth. So can we do the same to drop it down? Now if I drag this down, I'm going to okay, let's say if I drag this down, I'm going to get 44, 44. If I decide to do it this way and drag it down, I'll get the same values over and over. But no, this is not what we want to do. So what you're going to do now is go back to the formula, click on the formula, and remove, come to this fixed. Remember the initial, we fixed this name, both row and column wise. So you erase the row, so that we won't fix only the column and erase the word row. Remember, this is red column row. So A is the column, letter A is the column which we locked up with a $sign. Y3 is the row which we locked up also. So this row, we're going to erase it so that we won't lock, it's not locked up, so that only the column will be locked up. After that, you press on what? Enter. Once you press on enter, you cannot drag this down. can now drag this down to get the different what values. Okay, so this is basically how you can do that. Okay, you can see that everything will now work perfectly well. So you can see that you can get all the scores we want. So let's go to straight, or let's go to straight and confirm if both are the same. So if you check the second person, which is the straight 7359, the straight is 7359 48 97 for the physics language. Okay, 97 for physics, okay, 48 97 59 73. So this is basically how we can use the VLOOKUP multiple values at once. VLOOKUP multiple values at once. So it's a very simple technique. So I'll go through it again for the benefit of those who need to go through it second time. Now this is the formula. Okay, I'll take it again. So let's just go through this again so that we can be able to understand it perfectly well. So I said you come over to this place, type in equals to VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP, select the lookup value. Click on lookup value and lock it up. Locking it up both the row and the column. So once you lock it up by clicking on what F4, once you've done that, you hit on the comma. Then the next thing is to select your table array. The table array is by the right hand side. You just select the entire table. Once you've selected the entire table, normally what we do is, okay, once you select the entire table, you click on F4 to lock the table up to show that that is the only range of table, the only range of columns we want to use. Select the columns that have your names and scores, and you said that you lock it up by saying pressing on F4 to show that that is the only range of columns you need. So after that, you click on comma. Normally what you're going to do next is to write in 1 to choose whether it's column 1, column 2, or column 3. But because we want to use values in multiple columns, about 4 subjects, we have the math, the English, the geography, and the physics. Instead of us to pick 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to use another function called the column function. The column function returns array. So column, you go to the array table, you pick that name. The name must match with what the initial table you're working with. So it must match with it. So you come over here and select the name and the first subject. The name and the first subject. You can see that. So once you've done that, you're going to lock up the first one, which is the name. So you select the first one and hit on what? F4. Once you've done that, you can come over here and close the bracket and press comma, then force to show the exact match, and you close it and hit on what? Enter. And once you've done this, now you can actually get the values for the English, geography for that particular student. Now if I decide to, normally you say you click drag it down to get the values of other, but in this case it's not going to work. It's going to give you the same value. So what are you going to do? What are you supposed to do? What you're supposed to do is to come over here, click on the formula. Now if you notice, we lock the column A, column A, we lock it, and we also locked row 3. So instead of to lock column A and row 3, we're going to lock up only column A and unlock row 3. So I'm going to click on the $sign before 3 and delete it. So you click on the backspace on your keyboard and click on what? Enter. Once you've done that, you can just select this again, okay, drag it forward again and drag it down to get the answers to all other ones. You can see that. So this is basically how we use what? The VLOOKUP multiple values at once. So if you're new to the channel, kindly hit the red subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and also give this video a thumbs up so that whenever the YouTube algorithm can show this video to more people, and also share the video to your friends and family. Thank you, and see you in the next class on VLOOKUP.